Sydney siege, security hotline had 18 calls before attack, says report. Australia's security hotline received 18 calls about a self-styled cleric just days before his deadly attack on a Sydney cafe, but none suggested an imminent attack, the report says. It says the calls last December related to offensive Facebook posts by Mangaron Manis, who later took hostages at the lynched cafe. 2 hostages were killed along with the gunman after a standoff with police. Plainly, the system has let us down, Prime Minister Tony Abbott said. He said he would consider changes to the legal and immigration systems in response to the siege. Plainly, this monster should not have been in our community. He said Australia would have to reconsider the line between individual freedoms and the safety of the community may have to be redrawn. Mr. Abbott's comments came as he released the 90-page report conducted by officials from the federal government and the government of New South Wales. The document says that the 18 calls to the National Security Hotline were made between 9 to 12 December, 3 days before the cafe siege. It says Australia's security service and police considered that the Facebook posts by Manis contained no indications of an imminent threat. On the basis of the information available at the time, he felt well outside the threshold to be included in the 400 highest priority counter-terrorism investigations, the review says. It adds that Iranian-born Manis, who first came to Australia as a refugee in 1996 and was granted citizenship in 2004, was the subject of many law enforcement and security investigations in the country before the attack. He had a history of religiously motivated activism and called himself a cleric, but officials have said there is as yet no evidence his actions were linked to international Islamist militant networks. He was on bail after being charged with dozens of sexual assault charges and with being an accessory to the murder of his ex-wife, who was stabbed to death and set alight. Presenting the review, Mr. Abbott said that the decisions made were reasonable at the time, but plainly in their totality the system has let us down.